Oh, hi. Is
Well,
this a Kingdom Hall?
yes, it's the Kingdom.
Oh,
Well, we had it all.
oh, okay. Yeah, I was just doing some phone witnessing. Do you have a minute?
You were doing some phone witnessing
Yeah,
on your sister.
to my sister?
So
No.
you called
No.
you called the Kingdom Hall to witness to Kingdom Hall.
Yeah, I like witnessing, talking about the gospel, talking about the Lord, it's just a Bible verse in the book of Acts.
Okay.
Do you have a minute?
Are you a witness calling the Kingdom Hall?
No. Do Jehovah's Witnesses call each other? What do you mean?
No, that's why I thought it was kind of
Oh,
odd that you were calling the Kingdom Hall. Yeah,
oh,
no, you've actually you've just gotten our answering service for the Kingdom Hall.
oh, do you go to the Kingdom Hall?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, well, Jesus said go into all the world, so I
So
just
who you calling?
didn't
Who
want
are
to
you?
leave you out, right?
It's interesting. Sorry, who are you calling from? I
What do
mean,
you
what
mean?
church are you calling from?
Oh, I fellowship with other Christians,
Well,
but I'm just at home right now. Yeah, I mean it's the
oh,
same Bible.
interesting. Okay,
It's just a Bible verse, do you have a minute for that?
sure. What is it? Matthew what?
Acts
What was
17:11.
it? Matthew what?
Acts 17:11.
Okay, Acts 17:11.
You want me to just read it?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's talking about
Sure.
the Bereans that Paul had gone to witness to them. And it says, these were more noble than
Right.
those in Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even though Paul did great signs and wonders and miracles, they still put that first. They tested it out with scripture. Um, so I think that's
Exactly. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it's very important that we always do that. Make sure the scriptures say what they do. Right.
Yeah.
Because so often today people don't bother to actually check what the actual scriptures say. They just listen to what their minister or their priest or their vicar just says, and they don't confirm that that's actually what it says. Or,
Yeah, yeah.
so that you've
I
got
think
you've
there's
got people saying things one thing, but the Bible doesn't actually
right.
say those things, or they don't check the context. They take a verse out of context
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
completely twist what it's actually saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But what if there was like
Well,
some
thank you for calling
could I
me.
ask you one question about it?
We're, sure.
I liked your explanation about it. What if there was some groups out there, that said, you can't understand the Bible without them, without a certain pastor or something like that? I mean, how could you test what they say if you start accepting that only they have the right interpretation? You know what I mean?
Well, okay. So um, yeah, yeah. Well, you see an awful lot of these mega churches that feel just that, that they're the only path to the light, and people follow those things, don't they? It's really sad.
Yeah,
It's really
because
sad to see people
yeah,
misled by individuals claiming that they are the sole authority
right,
to God, whereas we recognize that the Bible is the only authority.
right.
That Christ is the head of the congregation,
I mean,
right? And so
like a group might say
that's that.
that, but then they would say, well, you can't understand the Bible without our interpretation. So it's kind of a circular reasoning then, because how can you test it by the scriptures if they say you can't understand the Bible without their interpretation? You know what I mean?
Well, that yes, I
Yeah.
totally agree
How
with
could
you.
you be a
Right?
Berean?
You
What
have to
if
be.
What if they said something like this? Unless we are in touch with this channel of communication that God is using, we will not progress along the road to life, no matter how much Bible reading we do. I mean, what would you think about
Okay.
if they said something like that?
Listen, I appreciate your call,
Uh-huh.
but obviously I'm gonna let you go now.
Could I
Appreciate you
share one
calling.
more of
I'm gonna
those?
take off.
I wanted to see what you thought about somebody who would say that.
No, I'll see you later.
A
Thank you. Bye.
Christian needs Jehovah's theocratic